So we decided to call this series De-Stress, Reflect, and Reset Workshops. We're going to go through a few different things over the next 6 or so weeks. You guys are going to have some workshops presented to you. One of them is going to be called course specific. Well, one of them will involve course specific content, which will be presented to you by faculty in certain courses, which we'll go over in just a minute. We'll review time management with you. We'll look at tools for success, library and research skills, which is going to be joined with one of our other workshops. We'll also look at overcoming student stress. We'll look at APA writing style, additional student resources for you guys, okay? And then, of course, returning to post-university, we'll go through some steps to help you guys with that, some goals for you guys to look at each week. And then we'll have our Q&A session at the end of this, okay? All right. Let's get started. So, for the term, this is what we're looking at here. We're going to start off with our course-specific workshops. We'll show you what those are in just a minute. Time management workshops will be next. We'll also do, for the third week, we'll do overcoming student stress. We'll have tools for success, 7th edition APA, and then additional student resources to help you guys get acclimated and offer you guys support during your time here at Post. Okay. So for course-specific content, we're looking at 4 courses currently that we're going to help you out. We may have a 5th course added in here. We're looking at a possibility of that, so we'll let you know if that happens. But for right now, we are offering course-specific content in the following areas: English 107, English 110, CIS 110, and COM 107. Just to let you guys know, next week is going to be the only week where the workshops will be on different days and times than they were this week. We will be offering these workshops every week to you on Thursday nights at 7 o'clock and on Sunday nights around 5 o'clock, okay? Typically, we won't be a little later like today was, but we'll usually be starting right shortly after 5 o'clock each Sunday. And also on Thursdays, we'll be starting right after 7 o'clock, okay? But these are the course-specific content areas we'll be covering. Again, these are the 4 courses we'll currently be offering. We'll let you guys know which ones you'll go to at that point, give you guys some added context there. Time management. Okay, time management is a huge part of challenges for students. So we're going to offer you guys a special version of the time management workshop. We're going to review best practices for time management. We're going to help you and actually walk you through creating an Outlook calendar, how to schedule out your week and how to schedule out your term for each course, putting together a personal schedule for yourself, and adding coursework as well. We're also going to show you some participation tips for success. The 2 biggest things I can tell you will contribute to students being successful if they're able to participate early and participate often. Because if you think about it, if you participate early, it gives you an additional opportunity to get in and get things done in a less stressful environment. And also, if you participate often, it gives you more of a chance to spread things out a bit and give you an additional opportunity to be successful. Okay, so we'll go over all that for you. Overcoming student stress. Show of hands, you guys can use not the hand raise feature, but if you see the reaction part here and you want to use the hand raise, if anyone wants to give me, just maybe clap your hands or give me a thumbs up if you've ever felt stress as a student. I'm sure quite a few of you have. Let's see if those thumbs go up, or we see a clapping hand. There we go. Seeing a few right now. So definitely a lot of you felt stress as a student, right? So we will talk about different types of student stress. We're going to define it for you. We're going to demonstrate them too to show you what they are and how they can manifest themselves as students. We'll also talk about when student stress is a good thing, right? Because you can sometimes not have enough stress, okay? And if you don't have enough stress, what tends to happen is you really don't care about your schoolwork that much. Maybe you're just kind of going through the motions with things. But if you're stressed, stress can be a good thing, right? So you want to make sure you have at least a little bit of stress, okay? Natural, okay? And also overcoming stress. How do we do that? We'll go over some techniques for you guys and help you out with that, and give you some tips in terms of how to turn things around, maybe give yourself a little bit of an opportunity to take a breath between classes and not feel so overwhelmed. That's really our goal. Utilizing tools for success. What are we going to go over here? We're going to look at course information in your syllabus. We'll go over that. We'll talk about choosing we're going to go over FYE courses. We'll look at walkthroughs to show you some important points and how to use your course information in your syllabus. We'll also talk about understanding rubrics, okay? If you guys remember using a rubric, how many people here, does anyone here find rubrics difficult to understand, the rubrics? Some people do, and some people kind of get tripped up in them a little bit. So I put my thumb up there. There you go. I see a few people. Okay. Not really a huge problem for most people, but we can show you how to use them more effectively. Because if you do follow the rubric from beginning to end, and you're able to go through each of those steps and say, okay, this is how I get my full credits, right? That will help you do it. Okay. So we're going to walk you through how to go ahead and walk through the rubrics, and we'll show you how to do it to get maximum points. Okay. We're also going to show you some cool things in Blackboard. We'll show you a walkthrough of Blackboard to show you where you can find key links. Things like Grammarly will help you find that. We'll help you find Academic Writer. We'll help you find the library links. We'll show you how to do that. And we'll also give you guys some tips on note-taking as well. Note-taking is one of the key areas I find from students have a lot of problems with. Some of them either take too few notes, where they just write a couple of sentences here and there after reading a whole chapter. And some students also, believe it or not, take too many notes. And you can take a lot of notes, and it turns into not being efficient with your time. You spend too much time writing and not enough time actually focusing on what the notes, what you're reading is saying to you. So it's a good opportunity for you to figure that out and take a look at that. All right. What resources do we have to offer you? We have the Center for Academic Success. We're going to show you guys how to use that and give you tips and tricks on how to access that. We'll show you also, as part of the Center for Academic Success, we'll talk about the Writing Center, show you what that looks like. We'll also go over the next two things are very important: the Student Online Assistance Resource, or SOAR, and You at Post. You at Post is our health and wellness site to give you guys a little bit of information on there. And Student Online Assistance Resource is important too. Both of these were started during the pandemic. We recognize that online students have a lot of problems with personal things happening that are beyond the scope of school, especially during the pandemic. People were getting sick, families were getting sick, people were losing jobs, relocating, stuff like that. So this really provides you an opportunity to speak to counselors. We have legal assistance, we have regional assistance to help you guys. All kinds of things we can do through the Student Online Assistance Resource. Again, wellness stuff, You at Post. And of course, Title IX and disability support services. Hopefully everyone here, if you need accommodations for any medical condition or disability or anything like that, or you have an IEP from your school previously, we've spoken to disability support services, but if you haven't, we will walk you through that process as well. Okay, APA writing style, all right? Now, who here has struggled with APA writing style? Whoops, I went too far. I'm gonna do the hand raise thing again, the reaction again. Yep, there we go. Just about everyone has, right? Me too. APA writing style can be a bit difficult for people, okay? But now I'm at the point where I'm actually showing students how to do it. It took me a long time to get here, but this is really something where I've learned over the years some important things you can do to adjust your ability to use APA. One of them is the importance of using a template. We'll show you what a template is. We'll show you how to use it. We'll do a walkthrough for you, and we'll also show you some in-text citations and how they work. We'll show you how to pull APA 7th edition citations from the library page to help you out and give you guys an idea of what that looks like, and show you a couple of other cool citation searches and generators to help you out. And also organizing your paper. We will walk you through that a little bit and how to create a good paper for students. And because who here has ever, I'll see another reaction from you guys. Has anyone here, show of thumbs, ever tried to write a paper from scratch and just said, here's my data, here's my research, we're gonna go ahead now and just start typing it right from the beginning, right? You put a title in, you just start typing. Believe it or not, that's not the most, some people think that's the most efficient way to do it. We're going to show you how to outline and organize your paper that'll help you be able to be a better writer, a better academic writer. Okay, so that's something we're going to work on with you. Okay, and that's APA. So each of those will be featured each week, and then each week we'll talk to you about some things to do each week to help you out. Okay, we're going to work with you next week. We're hopeful that you guys are going to set a schedule to meet with your advisor. Either this week or next week, start to think about that. Have a weekly check-in with your advisor if possible. We're going to prepare the next time we work on time management. We're going to prepare your calendar for your term off to help you guys get acclimated to being able to use your calendar and get used to it. So when you come back for term one, you'll be ready to use the calendar and have everything be able to be filled in. We'll also check the status of your return for term one on the following week. We'll confirm your technology is set for classes. This is a big one. Has anyone here ever had a problem with their computer at home, or they're waiting for their post computer to get started and you had to try and use a phone to do your coursework, right? A lot of people have had that problem, at least a few of you. Yeah, it's not an easy experience. You can do a lot from Blackboard, but you can't do all the work, right? And if you're not close to a library or have a friend or family member that has computer or internet, it can be very difficult. So we will work with you and show you, make sure your technology is set for your classes. So we'll walk you through that. Confirming your degree plan and goals for your advisor. We're going to have you test out your student portal. And then, of course, we want you to confirm your schedule and finances and prepare for classes. That's going to be the last step. That'll be the final week we'll work with you with that. Okay? All right. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. Each week we'll present those workshops to you, and we'll also have these steps for you to do each week to help you get started. So we'll work with you with that timeline. We'll work with you at the workshops and get you guys rolling. Okay. Right. So now we're going to move to the question and answer part. I do see you have a couple of hands raised, so let's see if we can answer some questions. Michael DeLilo. Michael, you want to come off mute and we'll go ahead and we'll answer your questions best we can. Michael DeLilo. I hope I'm pronouncing it correct. Michael, I'm sorry. Just to let you know you're still on mute if you're trying to talk. Oh, I think you should be good now. I see you. Can anyone hear Michael? I can't hear him. Michael, let's try something else. I think you might have a problem with your audio there. So if you want to, if you're able to, can you try typing in the chat your question? Okay. Well, Michael, while we're waiting for you to get caught up and situated, let's go to Leanne. Leanne, I see you've got your hand raised, so go ahead and ask your question. You can come off mute when you're ready.
Yeah, my question is I have a lot of thoughts going in my head and I have a hard time writing it down.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any suggestions on like how to get all of that on paper?
Yeah, I absolutely do. So we'll talk about that when we go over note taking, but I want to give you a little tip right now. I'm guessing you're referring to when you're trying to concentrate and do your writing and you're doing your reading, you have all those thoughts you're trying to get from the reading and how do you write them down on paper, right?
No, that's just with anything, like
anything in general. Okay, so good question. Okay, so so let me ask you a question. Have you, all right, with anything, if you're task oriented at that time, so let's say someone's asking you to do something, are you referring to just, well, let me ask you a question. Are you referring to just like casual writing, like you have a thought in your head and you want to write it down on paper? Or are you talking about you have something, someone asks you to do something and you have a bunch of thoughts on how to do it, but you can't figure out how to organize it?
Like, let's say you asked me to do, like you asked me to write. Hi. Yes, sorry, that's my 6-year-old.
It's okay.
Like you asked me to do a paragraph on, like, let's say how I'm feeling about one of the courses.
Sure. Okay.
Like,
so for
I have a lot of thoughts about the courses, but because my mind goes kind of like a mile a minute, that I can't get it all down.
Right. So I'm going to give you a big tip here to be helpful. The best thing I can tell you to do is going to be to take, I want you to start to, instead of writing everything down that's in your mind, start to come up with big themes that you have. So if I ask you what you think of a class, right? Maybe the first thing you want to put is instructor. The next thing you want to put is the course material. The next thing you want to put is the book or the course or I don't know, the assignments, right? So organize it like that, use that as a template, and then start putting your thoughts down with each of those, right? Because if you don't break it down like that, it's going to cause you to maybe write too much. And then you can easily feel overwhelmed. And then even though you tried to write as much as you could, it's hard to focus it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I think you may be feeling. Does that make sense to you, Leanne?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So that's my suggestion to you. So if we'll use that example again, if I were to come to you and say, tell me what you think about a class, right? Or what the class you took last term, what were your questions with your class you took last term, right? And then you could say, again, line it up and just say, okay, the instructor, okay, the course material, um, the tests or quizzes, right? Just line it up like that and then write about each of those areas. So before you go in and just start telling people what's on your mind, you want to kind of organize it a little bit and try and think of what. So if I'm asking you that question, those are probably going to be, they may not be the most important things from my perspective, but they're probably up there, right? They're probably pretty important things if I'm asking you about the course. Right? I want to know about the instructor and stuff like that, right? So I think if you can try and figure out what someone's asking you specifically, that's going to help you be able to answer the question.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. And I would suggest if you can, so I think it's going to be, let me just double check. Obviously, make as many of these as you can for all of you. If you guys can make all these would be great. We got really good attendance here today, so this would probably be pretty good for you guys. But if you can come to the one on, it's going to be note taking. So that'll be the one where we do tools for success. So I think that's that'll be week 6. So like that'll be the week after Memorial Day, I think is what we're looking at for that. So if you want to make sure you show up to that one, and we'll send you the schedule so you know when they're going to be, and we'll tell you when they're going to be, and that'll help you be able to come to that one, and we'll show you how to organize your notes a little bit.
Oh no.
Okay. Does that sound good?
Oh, water.
Yeah.
How's that? Good? Okay, very good, great. Thank you, Leanne.
You're welcome.
Okay, good. We'll see you at some of the future ones. Great.
Yep.
And say hi to your son.
His name is Rick.
Oh, hey, Rick. Great.
He says hi.
It does flip off.
Good to see you. All right, here we go. So let's go to I just want to make sure we get a chance there, everyone. We're going to ask Michael and see what he has for a question again. See if Michael's written in the chat, and we'll give everyone one last chance to see if anyone has it. Okay, Michael.
He put in the chat that he didn't mean to do it.
Got it. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for letting me know. I appreciate that. Okay, Mike. Good. So I'm glad you don't have a question. That's good. And you can't find your microphone anyway, so that worked out good. All right. Who else here has a question? Anybody? Give you guys a chance. Let me answer this for you guys. So tomorrow, you guys will see. You'll see our schedule for next week being sent to you. Okay. So either I think tomorrow or Tuesday we'll let you know when the instructors are going to meet with you. So you'll have.
Yeah, that was my next question about is that for 4 weeks? The workshops. Yes. Okay.
So
that's what I'm asking. So over the next 4 weeks, or everything that you said, that's what we're going to be going over, correct?
6 weeks, actually. Yeah, 6 weeks. So we're just running right through to the beginning of class, right through to the week before start.
Okay, so that would it's 6 weeks. Okay, great. Okay, got it.
We'll send you the schedule every week, and we'll send you a text prompt to let you know it's in your inbox. So the instructor ones this week, you'll either get them tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm waiting on one course to come in, and when that other course comes in, we'll go ahead and have them rolling for you.
Got it. All right. Thank you.
Okay, you got it.
Yes.
So someone else asked if the workshops are mandatory. They're actually not, but we're offering them as a support for you guys. So we highly encourage you to do them. If you're only able to attend some of them, that's fine. You can pick and choose the ones you want to attend, but we hope to see you guys at all these if you can, because we're making them flexible for you. So we're giving you a Thursday night and we're giving you Sunday night. So hopefully you guys can figure out one of those and hopefully show up to as many of them as you can. All right. What other questions? Great questions and good crew here. Do we take attendance? Yeah, we'll take attendance and we'll let people know who's here. Just so we know from our list who attended what workshops, and that's not because we're trying to be punitive for anyone or anything like that. We just want to know who's attending and have an idea. So if somebody, we know, we'll say, if you're with your advisor and they'll say, oh, okay, so I can see you attended the time management workshop. Here's something that you might have gotten from that might be helpful for you in this situation, right? And yeah, we'll take attendance tonight too. So if you guys have your names, if you have your full name in here or you're using your post ID, great. If you're not, if you only have, like I see someone here named Tammy, and it's just your first name, if you guys want to put your full name in here, that way we know you came to it tonight, that's great. If you use your post ID, I can see you, or if I see your full name in the chat, if I see you sign in as your full name, you will be recorded as being here. So either way, it's up to you. Thanks, Tammy. Awesome. Anyone else? Any other questions before we close up shop here? And again, I want to thank you guys so much for your patience tonight. Thanks, Nova. I want to thank you guys for your patience tonight. You guys were a great group here. And I know everyone here, I hope all the moms in here had a wonderful Mother's Day. I know Leanne did because she was having fun with her son. She's giving the okay.
Leanne, you entertained us tonight, kept us on point, waiting for everything to start. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Leanne.
And your baby.
That's awesome. Leanne did all the groundwork for me and kept everyone entertained. I appreciate it. Good. I see some names showing up in the chat. That's great. Wonderful. All right, guys. Last call for questions. Anyone else?
Turn on your mic, Karen. You had a question, Karen?
Oh, Karen's got a question? No? Okay.
I thought I seen her raising her hand, that's all.
Okay. I'll give you guys another 30 seconds to think else. And you could type in the chat too. Hope all the moms here got pampered. I hope all of you with moms or mothers who you're married to or whatever were able to pamper them. I hope you guys had a great day today. And listen, moms deserve it, right?
Same to the women in your family.
There you go. Thank you so much. Yeah, we took my mom out, and this is an important one because this is my father passed away in December, so this is her first one without my dad. So it was important. My wife and I took her out to dinner, and we had a really good time. So it was good. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So you guys, I think we're good. Everyone here, have a wonderful, wonderful evening, rest of your day, and look for those emails coming in the next day or two, and we'll let you guys know what's up for next week, the schedule, and we'll tell you what's going on. Okay. And then each week you guys will get a new set of emails and text, and we'll keep you guys informed as best we can. I'm going to record these workshops so you guys will be able to see them, and we'll have them archived for you if you want to check back at any time and follow along with anything. Okay. So this one, since it was mostly informative and not really in just going over schedule and stuff, not a lot to it, but the ones in the next few weeks, obviously the next 7 weeks or so, you might want to refer back to them at some point. So we'll keep them archived.
Excuse me. My microphone was messed up. Can you hear me now?
I hear you, Karen. Hi.
Okay, because it was kind of off. I couldn't see how to turn it on. My glasses. But I did want to ask you a question. I wanted to know, like this got to be every day, like at 7:30. These meetings are like 7 o'clock, basically.
So hold on one second. I'm just gonna answer Florence. Florence had a great question here. I will let you know.
Go ahead, answer. I can wait.
I will let you know where we are archiving them. Okay, so Karen, back to your question. Thanks, Florence. Okay, Karen, to you. So these will be on Thursdays at 7 or Sundays at 5.
Okay.
So you have an option, and you can go to either or. It's up to you. You can go to whichever one you want to go to, but I want to mention that they're not going to be different, but you may have a question that you thought, if you went to Thursdays and you're like, oh man, I thought about that question I had with time management and I want to see if you can answer it. So you can come back on
So
Sunday.
on
and we'll
Thursday
answer it for
would
you.
be the same one that would only repeat itself on Sunday? Is that what you're saying?
So everything's going to be, both workshops will be the same. No difference.
Okay,
between
good.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm
good,
glad you-
good. That's good.
Nope,
Yep.
That's good.
You could, yeah,
And
but you
both,
could, you could
okay.
come to both of them if you want to. You can come to one of them. It's up to you. I'm not going to force you
Right.
not to come to both. You're more than welcome to.
Okay, but basically going over the same thing.
Correct.
Basically the same thing in both, right?
Yes,
What you
correct.
think. Right,
Yep.
got it. Okay.
Very good. Okay. What else? What other questions? Last call.
No other questions, but this was a lit group today.
Plus, I kind of wish we started recording right at 5 o'clock. It sounds like you guys have
definitely
fun.
What's the
Okay.
holiday?
Right? I
Thank
know.
you, instructor.
By the way, yeah,
Let
by
me
the way,
up here.
listen, I'm giving you guys a hand because props to so many of you for showing up on Mother's Day. You-
Have
I was-
choice.
we had about, I think at top speed here, we had about 60 people all together. So great job, guys. Very impressed. And we're looking forward to some good crowds throughout the term here. And we can't wait to have you guys coming back on in a few weeks with us for term 1. Okay. Guys, thank you so much. Everyone have a wonderful evening, and we will see you guys next week.
Same to you.
Guys.
Have a good one.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
one,
Have a good
everybody.
one. Bye.
Yeah.
You as well.
Yeah.
Bye. Thank you.